Yesterday I did a video of the range test with the Kenda 262 tires, but the first part of the video got corrupted for whatever reason. So I put on these 262 Kenda tires. They are 2 3/4 inch by 14, but that is real tire size. It is actually just as wide as the OEM 3-inch, if not wider. I ran it at 30 psi when I started, and after the tires got warmed up, I tested the PSI again, and it had obviously risen some. It had gone up to 33. It was fine, it was comfortable. I decided then to drop it down to 28 while the tire was hot. And after it cools down, 28 is around 25 psi cold. So anyways, I dropped it to 28 psi hot, and it was much better. The ride was much plusher. So for me, I'm going to run it at about 25 psi cold. As far as the tire, I suppose on trails that this tire is really designed for, it was great. Much better than the OEM, a lot more grip, traction, softer ride. You don't feel the bumps as much. You don't feel the bumps as much. The sidewall is stronger than the OEM, so you can run it at lower PSI without a lot of danger of busting your rim if you hit something. The maximum PSI for this tire is 33. The ride on trails, like I said, is great. Cornering, every aspect of it I liked. So I did a range test yesterday on paved surface. My riding weight was 202 pounds with all the gear, and I did 42 miles, and I got back under load at 42nd mile. Under load, I was at 2% battery, and then after it stopped for about 5 minutes, it went back up to 10%. I think it's worth it. On paved surface, the ride is plusher. You feel much more seated, or stable I should say, at higher speeds. Braking at higher speeds, no wobbles. I'm talking about around 30 miles an hour and emergency stop. I like it much more so than the OEM tire. So that aspect of it is also great. The only thing I'm not used to it yet is taking high-speed turns. It feels different to the OEM. It feels as if it wants to fall, but I'm sure that's just me not used to the tire. So overall, I definitely would recommend this tire over the OEM for both paved and trails. on the trails that I rode. It was on rocky terrain, loose gravel, hard-packed dirt, loose dirt, grass, wet grass. So it performed really great on all of them. And on paved surface, I didn't ride in the rain, so I can't tell you how it would react in the rain, but I'm gonna say it's gonna be fine. So overall, yeah, I recommend it over the OEM. And the price, I got it from Amazon. It was, I think, around, no, not from Amazon, from another company. I forgot the name of it. It was around $30 something shipped. So altogether, I highly recommend this tire. The average speed that I did yesterday was 20 miles an hour, just over. The fastest speed was 34 miles an hour. Those are GPS made. I just looked up the range test that I had done with the OEM tires. The OEM tires, actually it was this one. Exactly the same route and more or less same speed. I got back again 42 miles. That's exactly the same range, and I got back with 3% battery under load. So it doesn't seem to be much of a range loss at all. At that time though, my riding weight was 197, so I don't know if the 5 pounds makes that much of a difference at all, but it doesn't seem to have lost much in range. And as far as the noise, because some Navi tires are pretty loud, they sound like a jet engine. This one, for me, very quiet, no excessive noise whatsoever. You can see it or hear it in the short video after this.